Good morning to all young Restless fans. Justin Fleming here. I'm here today to give all of y'all a spoiler for today's episode of the CBS daytime drama Young and Restless. This is for those of you who don't watch Young and Restless, the Canadian versions of the Young and Restless here on YouTube, and rather watches it on CBS. So here's the spoiler for all of you. I'm going to read it to all of you. This is for those of you who don't watch the Canadian versions of the CBS of the Young and Restless here on YouTube and watches it on CBS on television. Here's the spoiler I'm going to read to all of you. Today on the Young and Restless at Sharon's place, Dave tells her Santa isn't going to bring what she wants. Mariah observes that presents aren't going to cut it this year. Yep, Santa is not going to give her any presents. She's been real naughty this year. She's been running away from home. She's been a very bad girl. Dylan arrives with gifts. They hear ho ho ho, and Sharon opens the door to Nick dressed as Santa. Faith is thrilled and convinces him to stay. He thanks Dylan again as he leaves. And then at the ranch, Victor holds a paper with Girolamo at the top and talks on the phone. Nikki enters. How could you do this to my son? She rants about him accepting Joe Clark's party invitation, but his development affects Dylan's business. Victor appeases her. Dylan arrives. Victor excuses himself, but listens as Nikki complains to Dylan about the miserable people behind the development plans. She says Crimson Lights is important to Dylan, important to Nicholas too. Dylan gives her a gift, a photo of him as a kid playing baseball, along with her other mementos of his childhood. Nikki is moved. Dylan talks about what she means to him. Merry Christmas, Mom. Nikki embraces him. Merry Christmas, my dear son. At the station, Noah thanks Courtney for agreeing to come to his mom's. She could use the cheer. As Kevin appears, he's doing a favor for Harding. They're surprised. At Neil's place, Lily and Hillary watch him with the kids. Kane and Lily go to the kitchen with the twins. Neil and Moses let Devon in. He makes an excuse for Gwen. Jill and Colin arrive. Colin comments on Neil and Hillary's special Christmas about Christmas as husband and wife. Hillary and Devon bicker in the kitchen about him not bringing Gwen. Hillary tells him now that Neil's on the verge of drinking, they're done. They rejoin the others and Neil alludes to a surprise. Jill and Kane get into about Joe's development deal until Colin changes the subject. They need to go to Michael and Lauren's. Jill compliments Hillary while Colin thanks Devon for the money. Devon warns them they're done. And then Neil whispers to Kane about a secret. He's been accepted to an experimental program that could cure his blindness. He wants to see what he's been missing. Later, gifts are opened and Neil sees the flame of a candle. Gifts are exchanged. While Neil's whispering with Lily, Devon asks Hillary to see her tomorrow. Neil announces he has a surprise. He reads a Christmas story in Braille. And then Michael, Lauren, and Ben are ready to tuck into a holiday meal at home. They make small talk until Michael loses patience. No more walking on eggshells, he declares. The lasagna is dry. They laugh. Michael then talks about dealing with the cancer. He yells, "Cancer!" They all dance around singing and chanting their word. They make a pact not to let it rob them of their capacity for joy. Jill and Colin arrive. Jill's in a panic. They heard screaming. The baldwins roar. Jill and Colin open champagne and Lauren gives Michael 2 tickets to an event in New York next October. And then Noah and Courtney arrive at Sharon's place. Noah is glad to see Nick, who wears faith, who will get her hopes up. Mariah gets a call from Kevin, who tells her to get over to the station. He needs her help. Later they are exchanging gifts. When Victor and Noah arrive with Faith's gift, and Nick notices Nick, they step out, and Nick says he's there for Faith. Sharon asks Victor not to ruin Christmas. Victor rants, but goes in and makes nice. And then Mariah arrives at the station, and Kevin is behind the desk. He's in a panic because Harding's pet rabbit, Roscoe, got out of his cage. Mariah howls at Harding having a pet bunny. They end up in close proximity, reaching under the desk. Harding calls. Kevin worries he's a dead man. Mariah hears the noise and Kevin finds Roscoe, who they realize had babies. Kevin guesses Roscoe is a Roxy. Mariah tells him this was fun and they hug. Mariah arrives at home and as Victor's leaving, Noah tells her it was a Christmas miracle. Sharon smiles at Nick, who won't smile back. Kevin joins the Baldwins and they all do a champagne toast. Victor returns to the ranch, shakes Dylan's hand, and Nikki hugs Dylan goodbye. Looks like they were having a good Christmas. So that's my little spoiler for all you Young Restless fans. Hope y'all enjoyed today's episode. All you have to do is subscribe to me, Justin Fleming. I can give you updates of what's going on, what's happening on the CBS daytime drama Young Restless. And I know that the Young Restless are going to come on tomorrow because it's Christmas. Tomorrow is Christmas Day, and they're airing sports game, football games on CBS tomorrow. No Young Restless tomorrow. So I just want to say to all of you Young Restless fans, I want to wish all of you, I want all of you to have a good holiday season. Happy holidays. I want to wish all of you Young Restless fans a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Enjoy your holiday season with all your family and friends, all the fun. I hope you guys got getting some good gifts under the tree. And to all you people, make sure to all you men out ladies out there, make sure you give your husband a kiss under the mistletoe. So that's all I have to say to you, all of you. Merry Christmas. Have a Happy New Year. I'm out of here. Peace.